All right, beautiful. Thank you for joining me for a 75-minute Ghosh Flow yoga class. We will follow the sequence of 26 into yoga, but add in optional sun salutes and posture variations from the Bishnu Ghosh lineage of yoga that Bikram or 26 into yoga is derived from out of Calcutta, India. This class is intended to be fun. It's fast-paced. It's cardiovascular. You still want to be able to breathe, right? And you want to honor where you are today. So make sure that you're never going to a point of pain in your practice, right? This is just meant to be a little bit of fun this evening. I've not practiced this class in a month, so hopefully I remember it. And also, I'm going to take it easy and you are welcome to as well. We're going to start with 2 sets of pranayama, standing deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. You'll inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. All the time against the back of your throat. Your nose and your mouth are just a passageway. Breathe as much as possible, as long as possible, as slow as possible. Don't forget to have fun. Bring your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, slowly push your head back, reach your arms forward, keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down, look straight ahead, lift your elbows all the way up, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly push your head back, look way, way, way back for the wall behind you, elbows touch to the wall in front of you. Inhale, head down, breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide, like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, use your chin to push your knuckles down. Keep your fingers interlaced up to the webbing, palms face the floor. Exhale, use your knuckles to push your head back. Squeeze your palms, wrists, forearms, and elbow bones together. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels, contract your quadricep muscles, squeeze your gluteal muscles, lock your legs. Exhale, head up, weight stays in the heels, lower body stays still like a statue, just the neck drops back, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. As you inhale, suck your stomach in, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, even as you exhale, stomach in, shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Completely empty your lungs. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in, keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Change, arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, bring all of your knuckles underneath your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, stomach in, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down, use the full 6 seconds to inhale, take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up, use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Synchronize your breath with your body movements, elbows touch when your lungs are empty. Inhale, head down. So through the breathing exercise, you're learning to breathe a little slower, a little longer, a little deeper as you expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. You're also learning to synchronize your breath with your body movements. Elbows touch when your lungs are empty. Good. Inhale, head down. I'll do a few with you. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale. Elbows touch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, head down, last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Change, arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, which we will then flow into a little sun salute. I'll walk us through all of it. Feet together, inhale your arms overhead sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Nice tight grip, don't lose the grip. Stretch up and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, stretch up a little taller, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears, suck your stomach in. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight lines, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little forward, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip a little forward to get your two hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Option to stay here or get a little deeper at the end. Come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Press your heels down, pull your abdomen in. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the left, press your hips to the right, breathe in and out through your nose. Throughout class, we're going to breathe through the nose. If at any point you find that you can't breathe, you're holding your breath, or you have to breathe through your mouth, might be a sign that you've gone a little too far. Make your breath your number one priority. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward and arms back, focusing next on the form. Move your right hip a little forward, left shoulder a little forward. If you have the form and the breath, go for depth at the end. Come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up. First heart opener of the series. I'll show you from the side. Take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open. Relax your head back as far as it goes. You can give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back. Keep the weight in your heels, lock your legs. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward. And bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, big stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, stomach in, fold. Hands to floor, relax your head. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine towards the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. Roll forward a little bit more, lift your hips up, push your knees back, stretch your spine down. On your next inhale, release the grip from your heels or the backs of your legs. Inhale into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale through your nose, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor shoulder width distance, and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in and imagine you're pulling yourself down to the floor. Inhale, push up into a back bend. You can do Cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, and then press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. If down dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Always feels good. Sink your hips down as you reach your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Slowly exhale as you fold, relax your head. Inhale, chin and chest lift, arms of your ears, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Beautiful. We'll do that again. Feet together, inhale, arms up, palms together, switch the grip, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, shoulders down, chin and chest up, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly drop to the right, press your hips to the left, breathe. Use your right hand to pull your left hand to the top right corner of the room, push your left heel into the floor, push your right heel into the floor, get a little deeper at the end, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Press your heels down, pull your abdomen in, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the left. Mouth closed, eyes open, focus forward. If your eyes are wandering, your mind is wandering, let this be some time just for you. Root down through your heels, lift up through your chest, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. Second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately take your arms back with your ears. Imagine you're tracing your fingers along the ceiling down the back wall. Whole spine back bending, whole front of the body stretching. Keep the weight in your heels, lock your legs, inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips forward. Keep the chest lifted and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch, lengthen. Exhale, stomach in, fold. Hands to floor, relax your head. Go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. Notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set, what's still a little tight or tender. There's no right or wrong. And second set, Padasana, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. Wrap your elbows back behind you. Imagine you're going to touch your elbows together behind you. Stomach to thighs, chest to knees, face to the shins, no room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, slide your spine down, try to lock your knees. We'll go into our sun salute. On your next inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. You want a tabletop spine. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to floor, shoulder width distance, and step back into your plank or tabletop. You are welcome to skip the chaturanga and go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, lean forward, hug your elbows in, squeeze your butt, pull yourself down to the floor, hover above the floor, and then inhale, push up into your back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog, or sink your hips down for child's pose. Either way, make your arms long, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles and the space between your index finger and thumb so that if you're in down dog, you are not putting all of your body weight on your wrists. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold, connect to your breath. Inhale, chin away from the chest, arms to the ears, lift up with a flat back, look up. Exhale your arms down. Beautiful. We'll do that one more time and go a little bit faster. Feet together, inhale, arms up, palms together. This time, only cross your thumbs. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly drop to the right. Press your hips to the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Inhale to come up, heels down, chest up, stretch up, and drop to the left. Keep the weight in your heels. Breathe. Change. Come on up, back bend. Take a deep breath, keep your eyes open, drop your head back and go back. Change, inhale to come up, stretch. Exhale, fold. Right away, grab the backs of your legs or your heels, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your knees, lock your knees, lock your knees. Change, inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. Exhale, hands to floor. You can step or try hopping back. If you're hopping back, land in your chaturanga with your elbows bent. So you land with the elbows bent. Good. Slowly lower down. Inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, lift your hips up for down dog or sink your hips down for child's pose. Take a breath. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, look forwards. You can step or float your feet forward, lengthen into your halfway lift. Exhale as you fold, relax your head. Inhale, root your eyes, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Beautiful. Awkward Utkatasana. Step your right foot to the right, about 6 inches hip width distance, insides your feet parallel. Bring your arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, fingers together. Reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat, spine straight, weight in your heels, keep your neck long, suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change, come on up, keep your arms there, press your hips forward, spread your toes wide, come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up at the top, bend your knees, sit down and lean back. Touch your head and hips, to an imaginary wall behind you. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, last part, come on up, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little bit off the floor, and slowly sit down. Take your time, listen to your body, stop whenever you want, or sit all the way down. Squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight from the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, push the floor away from you. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Optional sun salute, inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can step or float back. If you're practicing floating, again, you want to land with your elbows bent. Good. Slowly exhale, lower down. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes under for child's pose. Pardon me, for down dog, or sink your hips down for child's pose. And throughout the standing series, when we're doing the sun salutes, switch it up, right? So maybe one time you hop back, one time you step back, one time you do child's pose, one day you do down dog, you do plank or tabletop, you skip the chaturanga, right? There's so many options to play around with here. So have fun, play around with it. On your next inhale, hands to floor, look forward. You can step or float forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, reach your eyes, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Beautiful. Second set, awkward, a little bit different. If you would like some optional variations, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance, and this time, bring your hands together at heart center, elbows out, shoulders down. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, sit down into a chair. This is option one. You can stay here or take left elbow to outer right knee for a twist. Start to look up. Try to have your hands at heart center. Option to stay here or reach right arm up towards the sky, left arm down towards your ankle, and then move your hips a little to the left, bring the left shoulder forward, right rib cage back as you look for your right thumb. Good, bring your hands back together and unwind. Let's do the other side. Take your right elbow outside of left knee and twist. Look up towards the ceiling. You can stay here or reach the left arm up, right arm down. On this side, hips a little to the right, right rib cage forward, left shoulder back, look for your thumb. Good, bring your hands back together at heart center, unwind, change, come on up, spread your toes wide, lift your heels, stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. Normally we lean back. In the second set, if you'd like, you can lean forward. And you might find that you can sit down a little lower. From here, take your arms back behind you, squeeze shoulder blades, scapula together, palms face each other, thumbs towards the floor as you sit down. Change, balance challenge, keep your heels lifted, bring your arms up to parallel for counterbalance, heels stay lifted, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little off the floor, and slowly sit down, take your time, listen to your body. Good, breathe. If you have healthy knees and you'd like to test balance and control, come up 1 inch and hold. Come up 1 inch and hold. And change, slowly push the floor away from you. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, your up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. If you're doing child's pose, try to get your hips down to your heels. If you're doing down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. If your heels don't naturally touch the floor, you can take a little bit of a wider step. Eventually, your feet are hip width distance. And if you have tight hamstrings, you can micro bend your knees to take weight away from the backs of the legs. On your next inhale, hands to floor, look forward. You can step or float forward, lengthen halfway. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up with a flat back, look up. Exhale, eagle pose, swing your right arm under left arm. Right elbow under left elbow. Cross first, sit your elbows again if you can at your wrists. Palms together, thumbs towards your face, pinkies away from your face. You can also interlock fingers, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Good. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, hips into a chair. Stay down there, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Right leg over left leg, cross your legs each other, twist like ropes. Eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down, upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, inhale, arms up, left side of Garudasana, exhale, left arm under right arm, left arm under right arm, palms together, thumbs towards your face, pinkies away from your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, hips down low, stay down there, lift your chest and bring your left leg over your right leg, left over right, cross twist, squeeze and breathe. In and out through your nose. Knees a little to the left, upper body to the right. You want elbows over knees. Bring the weight back into your heel. You can stick your butt out, fold forward a little bit more, upper body back at the end. Good, change feet together, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale your back bend. Remember that you can do Cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, lift your hips up for down dog or sink your hips down for child's pose. Take a slow and controlled inhale through the nose. And a slow and controlled exhale through the nose. Inhale, look forward. You can step or float forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with the ears lift up. We're going to do arms and legs at once. Exhale, swing right arm under left arm, right leg over left leg. So right elbow under left elbow, right knee over left knee. Push your top leg into your bottom leg. Move your hips a little to the left, upper body to the right, twist like ropes, sit down a little bit lower, upper body back at the end. Good, change feet together, arms up. We'll do the left side, arms and legs at once. Here we go. Swing left arm under right arm, left leg over right leg. Move your right hip a little forward, left shoulder a little forward. Try to straighten your wrists, press your palms together, eventually fingertips in line. Sit a little lower, breathe a little slower, upper body back at the end. Good, change feet together, inhale, arms up. We're gonna do 2 half sun salutes. Look up, exhale, fold. Half sun salutes are wonderful alternatives to full sun salutes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Especially if you have wrist, elbow, or shoulder injuries, this might be good for you. Arms with your ears. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, arms down. Good. We'll do one more half sun salute. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, lift up, look up. Exhale, arms down. Beautiful. Party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. And remember, the half sun salute is a great alternative, especially if you have like wrist, elbow, shoulder injuries. You can usually do about 2 sun salutes, 2 half sun salutes, while other folks are doing full sun salutes. And remember, if something hurts, don't do it, right? You can modify postures, you can skip them, you can do something else, right? So just have fun. Let's keep going. We're going to do the balancing series here, switching from or going between standing head to knee to standing bow. These are complementary postures, so we'll do them back to back. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, option to stay here or round down and pick up your foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. If you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up until it's exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower, standing leg locked. If both legs locked, take a breath, puff up your chest, and then bend your elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles one day. Elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, arms straight, bend the right leg, lift your chest, point your right toes, standing bow pulling pose. Bring your knees together. Bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone. Bring your left arm up and back, knees together to start. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up. And when you're ready, slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously charge your body forward. Take your time. Bring your body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Sorry, my nose itches from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulders, shoulder blades, scapula stretching away from the body. Bring the body down more, leg up more. Reach forward one more time. Kick, kick, kick. Change. Slowly kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down. Usually in yoga, there's this idea that if you have an itch, like my nose is itching right now, if you have an itch, you're supposed to ignore it and kind of learn that Jedi mind trick of like not scratching the itch or not moving in between postures. But sometimes I'm a little self-indulgent like today, so switch my nose. Okay, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up, flex your toes back. You can stay here or round down and pick up your left foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee. Inhale, lift your left leg up. So real kick your heel forward, flex all 5 toes back towards your face from the ankle. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If your standing leg is bending a lot, lift your hips. If both legs lock, lock your arms, lengthen your spine, and then bend your elbows down, bring the chest down as well. So one day elbows go below the calf muscle, hold and breathe. Change, arms straight, bend the left leg, lift your chest, point your left toes, bow pose, knees together. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot. Right arm up and back with your ear, left hip forward, knees together. Block your right leg, point your left toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up. And when you're ready, slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously charge your body forward. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. If you fall out, hop back in, kick even harder. Keep your chin and chest lifted. Let your abdomen relax in the back bend. Body down to parallel, big toe to the ceiling. Reach your right arm forward, kick, kick, kick. Change, slowly kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down, take a breath. Second set, showing you from the side, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, round down, pick up your right foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up, heel forward, toes back. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck chin to chest. Put your forehead on your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. When you're ready, bring your head up, arms straight, bend the right leg, lift your chest. Point your toes, knees together. We're going to do both arms at once. Ready? Left arm up, right arm back, hips in line. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. Take your time. All 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, palm of your left hand faces the floor, tricep tight, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, bring the body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, kick, 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 change, kick yourself up with control, feet together, arms down. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up, toes back, round down, pick up your foot. So head to knee is a compression posture. We're rounding our spine and squeezing, compressing, toning our abdominal wall. When you're ready, slowly lift your left leg up. Heel forward, toes back, the kicking foot is flexed. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. And when you're ready, tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee, hold and breathe. When you're ready, slowly reverse out. Keep that foot lifted, lift your chest, point your toes, knees together. Right arm up, left arm back, thumb with your index finger. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up. And when you're ready, slowly kick, stretch, breathe. So head to knee right is a compression posture. We rounded the spine, we flexed the kicking foot. Here we're pointing the kicking foot, we're relaxing the abdomen, opening the front of the body and bending the spine, right? These postures work well together. Reach the arms apart so your shoulders start to open, body down, leg up, kick, 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 change, kick up. Great, come to the back of your mat, tool Dandasana, balancing stick. Feet together, inhale, arms up, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, nice tight grip, lean back, stretch up, step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch, squeeze your butt, and when you're ready, come down like a slow moving seesaw. Eventually, arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. So from the side, body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, 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 change, left foot down, right foot back, lean back, chest up, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, stretch, and when you're ready, come down. Charge your body forward, try to touch the wall in front of you, shoulder blade scapula coming out of the body, keep your back nice and long, chest down, leg up, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. You're welcome to do a second set of balancing stick, or you can keep coming down, do a back bend, and we'll do what's called split arm pose. It's a back bend, standing splits. I will show you from the side. Feet together, arms up, palms together, only cross your thumbs. Step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch, and come down, just like you do in balancing stick every day. Once you're parallel to the floor, split your arms apart, up and back, and keep coming down. Bring your stomach to your thigh, keep your chin and chest lifted, lift your left big toe all the way up to the ceiling. Change, left foot down, right foot back, stretch up, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, stretch, and tilt. Right, so balancing stick is a straight spine posture, and split arm as you come down, you're going to do a back bend, lift your arms up and back, stretch your big toe all the way up to the ceiling, stomach down, keep your chin and chest lifted. Good, and change. Right foot down, left foot back, optional sun salute, inhale, look up, exhale, fold, inhale, lengthen, exhale, you can step or float back, keep exhaling, lower down, inhale your up dog, or pardon me, inhale into your up dog or Cobra. Exhale into your child's pose or down dog. Take a breath. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms of your ears, lift up, look up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, nice big step, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. And if you need to adjust which way you're facing, you're welcome to. This is the separate leg series. Turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Separate legs stretching, Paschimottanasana. Grab your heels from behind, roll forward, bring the weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your knees. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching. 3 60-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead. Touch your forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Good, release the grip on the backs of your legs. Look forward with a flat back. Place your hands on the floor in front of you. Step your feet in, so walk your feet in until your heels have 2 to 3 feet between them. So depending on your body proportions, you might want a bigger or smaller step. I take a relatively small step, but you might want a bigger step than I have. From here, turn your heels in and your toes out. So your feet make a V, as in very good. From here, you're going to start to bend your knees and sit down into a yogi squat. This is called garland pose or malasana. Now, at first, your heels might be way off the floor, and that's really normal. Slowly over time, you're going to sink your heels down. Don't be afraid to play around with how wide your step is or how much you're turning your toes out. From here, you're going to bring your hands together in prayer, push your elbows into your knees, and then lift your chest up. So try to keep the spine super long. Good. Lift your chin and chest. And if this is easy, point your toes forward, so eventually the insides of your feet are parallel. Good. From here, place your hands back on the floor in front of you if they're not already. Slowly lift your hips up. From here, turn your heels back out, so toes point forward, and take a wider step. We're going to transition into triangle, Trikanasana. Bring your arms out to the side, change, slowly come up. Press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, make sure your heels are in line, not crisscross. Triceps tight, inhale, breathing, bend your right leg and lunge, sit as low as you can, lean back and move your arms at the same time. Eventually elbow in front of the knee, aim your fingertips between your big and second toe, don't collapse, don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor, look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, reach your left arm up, stretch your right arm down, sink your hips down, sit down more, chest up more, turn and twist upper body back, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line. Inhale, bend your left knee and lunge, sit down low, lean back and move your arms. So if your thigh is not parallel to the floor, right, keep your chest lifted so that you're not collapsing down. Eventually left thigh bicep parallel to the floor, elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingertips just between your big and second toe, look up, stretch up, sit down more, chest up more, stomach in, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in. That was Bikram's version of triangle pose. Now we'll try another version. Left toes forward, right toes out, 2 heels in line. Start to tilt to the right and then come down. Keep both legs nice and engaged. You can have your right hand on your knee, your shin, your ankle, eventually fingers to the floor in front of your foot, left arm up. It's a nice long spine posture, good stretch to the inner thigh. Look up towards your left thumb, breathe. Option to stay here or move to bird of paradise. Bend your right knee, take your right hand in between your legs, reach your left hand behind you, eventually clasp hands together. This is also, if you want to use a prop, right, you can use like a towel or a scarf or something like that. If your hands don't clasp yet, you can hold like that. Otherwise, you're going to walk your feet together, shift your weight to your left foot and start to lift up. Good. If you can come up to standing, point your right toes and kick your foot forward. This is bird of paradise pose. Good. As you're ready, you're going to bend your right leg again, take your right foot down to the floor, right toes point to the right, take a wider step, undo the bind, right hand to the floor, left arm to the sky, straighten your right leg, pull your abdomen in, push your heels down, change, slowly lift up. Let's do other side, right toes in, left toes out, two heels in line. Keep both legs straight, tilt to the left and come down. Right arm up, left arm down. Again, you can have your hand on your knee, shin, ankle, or eventually tented fingers to the floor in front of your left foot. Look up towards the ceiling. Think about stretching the crown of your head to the left side of the room. Option to stay here or bend your left knee, take your left hand behind you, eventually clasp hands together, walk your feet together, shift your weight to your right foot and lift up. Woohoo. And if you can lift up, point your left toes and kick. Good. From here, bend your left knee, left foot down to the floor, left toes point to the left. Take a wider step, undo the bind, left hand to the floor, right arm to the ceiling, straighten your left leg, push your left foot into the floor and change. Slowly come up. Good. Turn your left toes in, bring your arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, standing separate leg, head to knee, Janu Sharasana. Shift your weight to your heels, pick up your toes, pivot on your heels to one side of your mat. Turn your back toes in, push your left hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line, backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. This is a compression posture. We're rounding our spine as we squeeze and compress our abdominal wall. Bend your right leg if you need to, touch your knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch your fingertips beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight to your front foot. Right hip up, left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl so your head comes up last. Shift your weight to your heels, pick up your toes, and try and sweep to the other side in one motion. Good. Uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, squeeze your right butt cheek, move your right hip forward so your hips and armpits point forward, palms together, stretch up, chin to chest, go down, round, scoop, curl, tuck, concave. Chin to chest, stomach in, bend your front leg if you want to, touch your knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch your fingertips beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight to your left front foot. Left hip up, right hip forward, 2 hips in line. Push forehead into knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest. Arms with ears, head up last. When you're ready, pivot to face forward. In the second set, you can keep your hands up, or for a balance challenge, take your hands behind you. At first, clasping hands together, but eventually you're going to bring your hands into prayer or even slide your fingertips up. From here, pick up your toes and once again, pivot. Turn your back toes in, squeeze your left butt cheek, push your left hip forward. In the second set, rather than rounding the spine, we're going to go down with a flat back. This is called pyramid pose. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, chin away from your chest, fold forward, stick your butt out. Touch stomach to thigh, chest to knee, maybe even nose, chin to shin. Option to stay here or interlace fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, and lift your arms up and forward for a shoulder rinse. Imagine one day index fingers touch the floor in front of your foot. Keep the weight in your front foot. Bring your hands back to your lower back, chin away from your chest, pull your abdomen in, and change. Slowly lift up with a flat back, straight spine. Good. Pivot on your heels. I'm going to face you for the last one. So tricks to balance. When you're in the posture, you want the weight in your front foot. And your heels are in line, but they're not like crisscross, right? That'll make it easier to balance too. Turn your back toes in, push your right hip forward, stretch up, chin away from your chest, fold forward with a flat back, straight spine. Good. Stomach to thigh, chest to knees, chin to shin. Option to stay here or interlace fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs,
Lift your arms up and forward, really pushing down through the left heel. If your hands are up in that shoulder ends, bring your hands back to the lower back, chin away from your chest, stomach in, change, push your left heel into the floor, press your hips forward as you lift up. Good, when you're ready, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, arms down, second to last sun salute, here we go, inhale, arms up, exhale, fold, inhale, lengthen, exhale, step or float back, keep exhaling, lower down, inhale your back bend, exhale your down dog or child's pose. Good, take a slow inhale through your nose, and a slow exhale through your nose. Inhale, look forward, you can step or float forward, lengthen halfway, exhale, fold, inhale, reach your eyes, lift up, look up, exhale, arms down. Beautiful, come to the middle of your mat for tree pose, which we will then flow to toe stand. This is the hip opening series. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Hold onto your foot from underneath with one or both hands, eventually heel to costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly, gently, let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your body. You can bring one or both hands together. Option to stay here or take your right arm out to the right, palm faces the wall behind you, reach behind you, and eventually see if you can catch your right big toe with your right hand for a half bind. Option to stay here or bring your hands back together and flow into toe stand, Padangusthasana. Fold forward, hands to floor. You can stay here or lean forward, lift your left heel, bend your knees, sit down on your heel. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Bring your left and then your right hand together. Option to stay here or kick your right leg out. And eventually you're going to pull it back in. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg and then press your hips forward to reverse out. Good stuff. Change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze your right thigh tight, lift your left leg up, heel to costume. Can bring one or both hands together. You can also bring your left hand out to the left, palm faces the wall behind you, reach behind you, and eventually catch left big toe with left hand. Option to stay here or bring your hands back together, fold forward, toe stand, Padangusthasana, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down on your heel. Bring your left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, maybe try kicking forward, eventually reversing back. Maybe try coming a half inch off your heel. When you're ready, hands to floor, you can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg and then press your hips forward to reverse out. Good stuff. Change, left leg down, last sun salute. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. This is your victory lap. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale your down dog or child's pose. Good for you. Take a slow inhale through your nose. And a slow exhale through your nose. Inhale, look forward. You can step or float forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root your eyes, lift up, look up. Exhale, arms down. Beautiful. Honor yourself. Give yourself high five, fist bump, pat on the back. Turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. We're on the floor for the rest of class. And I am unceremoniously adjusting my camera angle accordingly. Beautiful. Okay. Lying in Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, palms face the ceiling. Eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Savasana is a gas station. Let it fill you up. Your arms and legs are close together like this. Your heart and lungs don't have to work very hard to pump fresh blood and oxygen through the body. It's a truly restorative posture. Pavanamuktasana, wind removing pose. This is part of the hip opening series, just like tree pose and toe stand. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin just below your right knee, nice tight white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. So in tree pose and toe stand, we bring our heel to our groin and let the knee drop. But in this hip opener, right, we want to bring the right foot a little to the right. So ankle, knee, hip are all in line. Change, right leg down, left leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, pull your knee out and down, push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip, pull down, opening the hip capsule. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows of each other, give yourself a big hug for coming to class today, good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor. Without lifting your head, tuck your chin in a little bit, puff your chest up a little bit, look down the center line of your body, hold and breathe. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. So 26 and 2 yoga, Bikram's yoga, comes from a larger sequence of 84 asanas by a guy named Bishnu Ghosh, who comes out of Kolkata, India, at kind of the turn of the 20th century. And in that 80, all of the 26 and 2 postures are within the 84, but they're out of sequence, which is interesting. And obviously then there's more postures. And the same way, you know, in 26 and 2 yoga, right, it's like we do the balancing series, we do the separate leg series, we're in the middle of the hip opening series, and we do spine strengthening, fixed firm series, right? In 84, there's just more series, there's more sequences, and you do one of everything rather than two. And one of the series that's adjacent to hip opening is called the Pigeon Pose series, right? Which is a posture some of you may have done in like yin yoga before. And we're not going to do Pigeon Pose today, but we are gonna, in the second set of this hip opener, if you'd like, we can try some postures that get you a little bit closer to Pigeon Pose and that get you a little bit closer to that Yoga Squat, Garland Malasana pose that we did earlier in class. So lying on your back, bend your legs so that your feet are on the floor about hip width distance. Keep your left foot on the floor, lift your right foot off the floor and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So if you look down, your legs make a 4 shape. This is called figure 4 pose for this reason. It's a great intro into pigeon pose. You can keep your left foot on the floor, or eventually you're gonna lift your left foot off the floor, bringing your thighs in towards your abdomen. You can, I like to take my right hand in between the legs, left hand outside, and interlace your fingers behind the left thigh, pull down. So this is a good hip opener. It's also really good for sciatica. If you've ever had sciatic nerve pain, right, it stretches that nerve on the outside of the body. Change, left foot down, right foot down, other side. Keep your right foot on the floor, lift your left foot off the floor, cross your left ankle over right thigh. Option to stay here or lift your right foot up, interlace your 10 fingers behind your right thigh, pull down. Try to keep your 2 shoulders and hips on the floor. Change, right foot down, left foot down, happy baby. Lift both feet off the floor, keep your knees bent, but bring your legs apart. Flex your toes back, and from here, see if you can grab the outsides of your feet with your hands. So I like to catch my feet from the outside, but then keep the elbows inside. If grabbing feet is not accessible, you can also grab the backs of your legs, your hamstrings. From here, we're gonna start to rock right and left, rolling out the back muscles. And then maybe as you roll to the left, you straighten your left leg and then pull back to center. And as you roll to the right, you straighten your right leg and pull back to center. This is called happy baby because if you've ever hung out with a baby, right, they often do this pose, which is kind of cool. And then when you're ready, you're going to come back to center, pull, hold, and breathe. So if that yoga squat that we did earlier in class in the separate leg series, Garland pose, that's really inaccessible to you and the heels are way off the floor, do this every day. It's the same pose, but you're on your back rather than on your feet, right? And as the hips and knees start to open up, Garland pose will become a little bit more accessible as well. Release the grip from your feet, bring your knees, feet back together, lower your feet down back into your Savasana, breathe. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back, skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, knee on your abdomen. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series. So in 84, in Ghosh's 84, there's one set of everything, and also you tend to flow postures together more. So just like we flowed the separate leg series together, we're also gonna flow the spine strengthening series together, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders, so your elbows point up to the ceiling.
Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use 100% spine strength. Come up halfway only. Elbows stay bent. They make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Roll your shoulders back and down. Stretch your elbows to your hip bones. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt. Push your feet, hips, and hands flat into the floor. Now look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Change, slowly lower down. We're going to go to Locust, Shalabhasana. Keep your chin on your mat, arms straight position, palms face the floor. Option to keep your arms out to the side or bring them underneath you, stretching out the arms and hands. One day, pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Lengthen and lift. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg. Lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Spread your fingers wide, press your knuckles, triceps, and shoulders down. Lift your leg up, change, slowly left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin in a little bit so your mouth is on the mat. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you. Keep the fingers apart, shoulders down, mouth down. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Block your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, roll forward, lift both legs up, come up. Everybody come up, struggle a little harder, don't give up, mouth down, shoulders down, push your hands back, roll forward, legs up, change, slowly lower down. Take your arms out to the side and then bring them perpendicular to the body, out to the side like airplane wings. Let's take a breath here. This is full locust, Purna Shalabhasana. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail. It's a theme, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a jumbo jet taking off. Just your hip bones on the floor. The rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go. Body knows to follow. Can you lift your hands a little higher than the top of your head? Can you get your thighs off the floor more? Good. Thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down. Last one on the stomach for now, Dhanurasana floor bow. Chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers. Start with knees, feet close together. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling and start to kick into your hands. Good. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrist straight, point your toes, look up, kick and kick and kick. Change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Gently lift your head and look to the other side, right ear on your mat, breathe. I will do a little set change here. So that's the spine strengthening series. And in Bishnu Ghosh's 84 asanas, there's also what's called the full series, which is just a way to say that the back bend gets a little bit deeper in all of the postures, so much so that eventually your feet and your head touch in all of these back bends, which is kind of cool. So in the second set, if you'd like, we will try the full series, which is really an extension of the spine strengthening series, starting with full Cobra. Bring your chin forward, place your hands on the floor below your shoulders, and then walk your hands back like 4 more inches. So your thumbs are in line with your lower ribs. This time, bring your feet about mat width distance, so wider than your hips. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, push your hands into the floor and lift. Option 1 is to stay here with your feet apart, feet and hands on the floor, elbows bent. Option 2 is just straighten your arms and lift up, getting a deeper back bend. Now notice if your thighs are off the floor and your shoulders are in your ears, can you press your hips down and push the floor away from you? So pelvis towards the floor, shoulders out of the ears. Option to stay here or relax your head back. Option to stay here or squeeze your butt, point your toes, bend your legs, and eventually touch your head and feet together. Good, bring your feet back down to the floor, bend your elbows, slowly lower down. Next is Locust, chin forward, arms straight position, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you. Now before we do Locust, tuck your toes under, straighten your legs, and I want you to push your toes back and slide forward. So feel what it feels like to slide your chest forward. And eventually that's the sensation that we're gonna feel in this posture. Keep in mind this is all optional, but in second set, if you'd like, keep your toes tucked under, bend your knees, stick your butt up, and try to army crawl your knees to your fingertips. From here,
Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. So now you can really feel the weight in the chest and shoulders. You'll notice that I'm talking normally, the weight is not in your throat. From here, you can straighten your left leg and then you really get the back bend. Good, left knee down, change, right leg down, bend your right leg, straighten your left leg, point your left toes, lift your left leg up. Option to stay here or keep your right toes tucked under, straighten your leg, bringing the weight forward more. Bend your right knee, right foot to the floor, left foot down, change. Third part, couple options here. You can tuck your chin in so your mouth is on your mat. This is a good option, especially if you have like a tight neck today or any cervical spine concerns. Can keep your mouth on your mat, or in the second set, if you'd like, you can try keeping your chin forward. So then we're really working into like a throat opener back bend. In the second set, you can keep your legs straight, but have your feet apart and see if you can lift up more, or you can try lifting your feet all the way over the top of your head as you look forward. Feels a little, I think it feels a little bit like a tadpole and you're kicking up. So we're going to try whatever you want to try. And I have not tried this posture in a while, so we'll see how it goes. Change, slowly lower down. Good. Bring your arms out to the side for full locust. Purna Shalabhasana. Keep your chin forward. This time, if you'd like, you're going to keep your feet on the floor, and we're actually going to clap up. I'll show you, and then we'll do it together. You're going to clap up, and eventually look back behind you. So we'll try it here. Bring your arms now more into a Y, like YMCA, rather than T like Tom. Arms out and up. Keep your feet on the floor. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your chin and chest, and you're going to try and clap up so that your fingers point to the ceiling. Do a back bend. Eventually, fingers point to the back wall. Good, change, lower down. From here, if you'd like, we can try a different version of full Cobra, which we did earlier, but rather than using our arms to get into the posture, we're going to purely use our spine strength. So again, I will try and show you, and then we will all try it together. If you can grab your knees, which I can't quite do today, you're going to bend your legs eventually and touch your head and feet together. Ready? Let's try it. Okay, arms out like a YMCA or like Y knee, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Eventually, you're going to grab your knees from behind. Again, eventually you bend the legs, touch the head to the toes. Maybe not for me today, but maybe for you. Change, slowly lower down. Good. Dhanurasana, floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside 2 inches below the toes. And from here, if you'd like, we'll try full bow, where you're going to walk your hands inside, place your thumb in between your big toe and second toe. So you're grabbing from the inside of your feet. Squeeze your buns, point your toes, look up and kick. From here, if you'd like to try full bow, you're going to bring your left elbow out and forward. This does require a shoulder rotation. Right elbow out and forward. Eventually drop your head back and eventually again touch your head to your toes. Good. When you're ready, release your left foot from your left hand to floor, look forward, and then release right foot from right hand to floor. Good. Change, lower down, look to your right, left ear on your mat, breathe. And then as you're ready, lift your head, look to your left, right ear on your mat, breathe. The same way that we flowed together the spine strengthening series and the full series, we will now flow the fixed firm series. For the next 4 postures, the tops of the feet, ankles, shins, and knees are firmly fixed into the floor. That's why it's called the fixed firm series. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat. Open your knees and feet so your feet are wider than your butt. And eventually you will keep your knees together, but for today, if you'd like, knees can separate. From here, you're going to walk your hands back. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time, until eventually you can sit down between your heels. And I feel this in my knee today, so I'm going to stay here. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet, bend your right elbow down, stopping anywhere you feel a point of pain. Left elbow down, knees never come off the floor. If both elbows touch the floor, drop your head back. If your head touches the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and fold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch, but not a point of pain. When we flow these postures together, it's a little bit easier to see how they work in tandem. So in this posture, the feet are apart, maybe the knees are together, maybe they're apart. We're doing a back bend. And in the next one, we will all have the knees and feet together and do a forward fold. Change. Put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, come to the middle of your mat with your knees, feet together, hips on your heels. So now we're stretching out the toes and ankles a little different. Arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs. This is half tortoise. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Go down with a flat back, straight spine. Forehead to floor, little baby fingers to floor. Keep your palms together in prayer. Tilt your pinky fingers down. Try to get elbows off the floor. We just did a whole bunch of back bends, right? So this posture should feel really good, really decompressing the spine. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up. From here, lift your hips up, open your knees and feet 6 inches between knees and feet. Put your hands on your lower back for our version of Camel Pose. Squeeze your butt, push your hips forward, lift your chin and chest, and when you're ready, let your head drop back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. So far in the fixed firm series, right, we did a back bend with the feet apart in fixed firm. Then we did a forward fold flat back posture with the knees and feet together in half tortoise. And now in camel, knees and feet are apart again, and we're doing a back bend. Change, put your hands on your back, press yourself up carefully with control. Head up last, stretch up, bring your knees, feet together, hips on your heels. So last in the sequence, right, we're gonna go in the other direction and round your spine again. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Take your time. Forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor, reach back, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, lift your hips up and forward. So one day, hips over the knees. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lock your arms, stomach in, round your spine. Change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your back, feet to the back of your mat. Breathe. I just got a notification on my laptop and I didn't know what it was, so I was looking at it to make sure there wasn't something wrong. And I guess my mother has added me to a family member. I don't really know what that means, but I guess like on Max, there's a family option. I don't know. Okay. Legs together, arms over here. If you saw me looking weirdly at the camera, that's fine. Legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Great. Okay. So in the second set, we'll try some other variations of the postures. Start with knees, feet together, second set fixed firm. Open your feet and sit down between your heels. And I often find in the second set of this one, I can go a little bit deeper, right? So you can stay right here or put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, left elbow down, head to floor, tuck chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor so your neck spine stays long. Arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs. Pardon me, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other, don't cross your thumbs. Wrong posture. Okay, if you go into this posture pretty much every time, you have what's the word I'm looking for? You have healthy knees and healthy quadricep muscles, and you'd like to get a deeper stretch to the tops of the legs and the knees. You're going to keep your knees on the floor, squeeze your butt, and start to lift your hips up. So your butt comes off the floor, but your knees stay down. If it hurts, don't do it. Slowly lower down. We'll do it 2 more times. Engage your gluteal muscles, lift your hips and pelvis up, keep your knees down. Slowly lower down. Last time, squeeze your tush, lift your hips, and slowly lower down. Good. Change. Put your hands on your feet. Press yourself up so your head comes up last. Good. Come to the back of your mat for your second set. Rather than doing half tortoise, we can try something called child's pose, which you've done before. I don't know why I said it. We can try this thing that you've probably done before called child's pose. Keep your feet together. Open your knees so they're wider than your hips. This is the wide-legged child's pose. Place your hands on the floor and walk yourself into this posture. Forehead to floor, palms to floor. So
In half tortoise, our palms are together and our arms are really active, right? Elbows off the floor, our knees are together. In wide-legged child's pose, the knees are apart, so you get more of a hip and an earth thigh stretch, and the palms face down and the arms can relax more. So you're still getting that, that spine, that neck lengthening, the hip opening, but the arms and shoulders are a little bit more relaxed here. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, walk yourself in. Keep your knees about mat width distance, big toes touch, lift your hips up, and I'm going to adjust my camera angle a little bit here. So earlier, right, I mentioned that the 84 sequence includes all of the 26 and 2 postures, but in a little bit of a different order. And this is a good example of this. We're going to do full camel here, which is part of the full series, like how we did full Cobra, full Locust, full floor bow. There's also a full camel, which we're going to try here. And to do it, right, we'll do some warm up. So you're basically going to bring your hands together, look up towards the ceiling, and try to high five the ceiling with your right hand, pull it back, left hand up, so palm facing up, pull it back, and then both hands up like you're raising the roof like it's 1999. From here, you're going to drop your head back all the way, and this time you're going to try and high five the wall behind you, almost like you're playing patty cakes. So relax your head back, lift your right arm up towards the ceiling, and then bring it back so you really feel the shoulders start to open. Pull it back in, left hand up and back, pull it back in, both hands back. So playing patty cakes here, patty cake, baker's man. Okay, option to stay here, or as you're ready, you're going to fold back all the way and take your hands to the floor. This is full camel. Option to stay here or bend your elbows, eventually touch your head and toes together, right? That's why it's part of the full series. Eventually grab your toes or your heels, elbows to floor, forehead to toes. If you're in regular camel, place your hands on your back, press yourself up. If you're in full camel, put your hands on the floor, straighten your arms, squeeze your butt, keep your chest lifted, push your hips forward, come out of it. Good, stretch up, hips down to your heels, knees together, arms down. Option to do a second set of rabbit, or you can join me in some fun shoulder stand action, which is a different part of the 84, but we're gonna do it here. So you're gonna lie on your back. If at any point you want to watch me, come out first, because once you're in this, you don't want to be twisting your head. Make sure that there is room behind you, so that if you're laying on your back, there's space behind your head. Okay, you're going to bend your legs, lift your hips, and walk your hands underneath you, so palms face the floor, thumbs touch. And from here, lift your feet up towards the ceiling. And as you're ready, you're basically going to rock back and forth and try to lift your hips off of your hands. So rocking back and forth. I'm going to come back a little bit more here. And when you think you've got a good one, just keep going and eventually touch your feet to the floor on the other side of your head. This is called plow pose. Now, if your feet touch the floor on the other side of your head, you can bend your knees and we'll take it into what's called ear pressure pose. And if your feet are still on the floor, then try to grab your heels and pull down. And now it's an awful lot like rabbit, but we're upside down, right? Eventually knees to the floor. And it's called ear pressure pose, right? Because eventually your knees are pushing onto the inside of your ears. As someone with a long torso, my knees and ears don't quite touch, but the idea is still there. From here, if you're grabbing your heels, bring your hands back down to the floor. Bend your arms so that your hands are on your lower back. So the elbows are bent, hands are on the lower back. And now straighten your legs. We're going to go from plow into shoulder stand. Squeeze your butt and lift your feet up towards the ceiling. And you know, the way that there's like the full series in 84, there's also a whole series of shoulder stand action, right? Once you figure out how to get your ankles over your knees, over your hips, chin to chest, there's lots of fun places you can take this, like Lotus Pose, right? Folding lotus, stuff like that. Okay, we're gonna go back into plow pose. So lower your feet overhead, eventually feet to floor. Now straighten your arms, palms face the floor. And for a core challenge, I want you to try to roll out vertebra by vertebra. So really triceps tight, shoulders down. Keep your chin to your chest and very slowly lower down, disc by disc. Once your hips are on the floor, keep your legs straight and lower your legs down. My legs run into my couch, so I can't quite do it. Okay, we're going to take a counter stretch here called fish pose. It's always good to do, a good idea to do a counter stretch after shoulder stand. So you're going to bring your arms underneath you again, bend your elbows, lift your chest and drop your head back, top of the head to the floor. So in shoulder stand, right, we compress the throat, right, and we really lengthen through the neck and shoulders. So here we're doing a little back bend fish pose to release that. It is a little awkward, or I find it awkward to come out of fish pose, but you're going to push your elbows down, lift your head, tuck your chin to your chest, head down, arms out, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Good for you. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Wonderful. Turn, come to the middle of your mat. Janu Sharasana, head to knee pose. Right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn to your right, chin to chest. Put your forehead on your knee. You can interlace your fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot. You're always welcome to bend your right leg if it helps you touch your knee and head together. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, two legs make an L, a 90-degree angle, stretch up, turn to your left, chin to chest, put your forehead on your knee. Slowly over time, you're going to straighten or even lock your leg, heel off the floor, elbows down, right elbow down, right knee down, two hips and shoulders in line. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down and sit up. For Paschimottanasana stretching, I'm going to show you from the side. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with middle and index fingers, thumbs on top, and scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. You'll just fold forward, stomach to thighs. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out even more. Try to lock your legs, puff up your chest, fold forward, stomach to thighs, chest to knees, one day forehead and toes touch. Change, come on up, stay seated for spine twist, half lord of the fish pose. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee corner, right arm close behind you like a second spine, left arm up and over, grab your left knee with your left hand, hand, heel, and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand close behind you, like a kickstand for support, or you can take it off the floor, grab your hip, your waistband, or even your left thigh with your right hand for a half bind. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs, bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee, left arm behind you, right arm up, over, grab your right knee with your right hand, right knee on the floor. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist. You can keep your left hand behind you or reach behind you, catch your right thigh with your left hand, shoulders down, chest up, eyes open. On the breath in, stretch up, and on the breath out, look back, twist. Good, change, slowly unwind. Turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Take a breath. Second set, same, but different. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. So we'll try other versions of the posture. In the second set, if you'd like, right leg out, left leg in, make your legs wider than 90 degrees. From here, take your right hand outside of your right thigh and reach your left arm long overhead. Option to stay here or keep coming down, and eventually you'll catch your right foot with your right hand and catch your right foot with your left hand. Right shoulder forward, left rib cage back. So now it's a side body stretch, and we're stretching the inside of the leg rather than the back of the leg. Change, slowly come up, left leg out, right leg in. So again, the leg can be wider than 90 degrees. Take your right arm up towards the ceiling to the left side of the room. Eventually you're going to come down and catch one or both hands with your left foot, flex your toes back, bring the left shoulder forward, breathe. Change, slowly come up. Keep your left leg out, kick your right leg out. The more you bring the legs out, the more you will feel the inner thigh stretch. Stick your butt out a little bit, flex your toes back, place your hands on the floor and fold forward. At first, palms on the floor. You want to go down with a flat back, straight spine, eventually elbows to floor, or even abdomen to floor, folding like a pancake, pancakes. Change, walk your hands back in. Bring your knees, feet together. For our spine twist, I'm going to give you a couple options. Option one is to sit crisscross applesauce. Option two is to sit in the half lotus. You're going to straighten your left leg, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. This is half lotus. Option three is to do lotus pose, crossing your left foot over right thigh. From here, take your right hand close behind you like a second spine. Reach your left arm up and place left hand on right knee. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance or reach behind you and try to grab, if you're in half lotus or lotus, try to grab your right big toe with your right hand for a bind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look back, twist. Good, change, slowly, carefully unwind. If you were sitting crisscross applesauce, switch out your legs, go the other way. If you were doing half lotus, let's work on both knees. You're gonna straighten your right leg and cross your left foot on top. And if you were doing lotus pose, keep your right foot on bottom, left foot on top. In pretty much every style of yoga, the right foot is on bottom, left foot is on top for some fun Ayurvedic medicine reasons, basically having to do with the idea that if you fold forward in this one, you're pushing into your liver and your, can't remember what the other was, what the other one is very intentionally, right? So it has to do with which one is on top. That's why. Take your left hand behind you, reach your right arm up, take right hand to left knee, inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back, twist. You can keep your left hand behind you or reach behind you, try to catch your left big toe with your left hand for a bind, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind. And if you are in lotus pose, let's try bound lotus. Take your right hand behind you, catch your right big toe with right hand, left hand behind you, catch left big toe with left hand. This is called bound lotus pose. Good, unwind, very nice, turn around, Savasana. So I really like doing lotus and bound lotus there and the spine twist at the end, because all of the elements of those postures and many of the postures that we've tried out today are within 26 and 2 yoga, right? So in 26 and 2, like we do standing half lotus, which is our version of tree pose. And then we do half lord of the fish pose, which is that spine twist at the end. And if you put them together all at once, right, you find yourself in lotus or in bound lotus. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat. And as you may know, the original term for 26 and 2 yoga is called Bikram's beginner yoga sequence or beginner yoga series. And the idea is that it broke down a larger sequence of 84 postures into much more manageable and beginner friendly bits. So it's very much meant for beginners. And this class is just meant to have fun. Come to the middle of your mat, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. Kapalbhati breathing. First version is Bikram's version, exhaling through the mouth. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in Bikram's version of 26 or of Kapalbhati breathing, you exhale through the mouth. But interestingly, in pretty much every other style of yoga, Kapalbhati breathing is done through the nose. I'm not entirely sure why 26 and 2 is different, but I think part of it is that, again, because this sequence was really intended for beginners, it's easier to understand when it's audible, right? When you can really hear the breath coming out versus when it's through the nose, it's much more subtle. So you're going to sit up tall, seal your lips, inhale through your nose, and then begin. Exhale through your nose, push the air out, pull the abdomen in. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. You can close your eyes, open your arms and legs, take up as much or as little space as you'd like. And take a nice soothing breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Good for you. You showed up to class, right? You made it through. Now you're lying on your back, just enjoying your body move with your breath. This is a gift that you have given yourself, the gift of mindfulness, of embodied movement, right? Of trying something new or something different. This is a gift that you have given yourself, and nobody can take that away from you. Good for you for showing up here today. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. You are so very alive. Thank you for joining. Hope to see y'all soon.